This boy is sleeping while his parents are on the table screaming. After waking up, he discovers that his parents have been turned into two tiny people. Looking at their sleazy appearances, he wants to help them. The first thing to do is putting his father on the toilet pedestal. Then, he immediately uses a small spray to clean the whole body of his mother. He is not careful, so he makes his father fall into the toilet. Therefore, he has to take him out of it by his bare hand. The parents start bathing. They use the toothbrushes to wash their bodies. The mother is careless, falling into the cream container when drying hair. His father feels that his beard is slightly long, but the boy shaves his hair instead of his beard. In the evening, it is sleeping time. The son uses his football shoes and socks to create two beds. Lying in their son's shoes, they tell him about the story last night. Yesterday, they went to school to transfer his son to a new school. Accidentally, they saw two people fighting in a picture on the wall. The old man pushed the lady out of the frame. When they were surprised, the lady gave them a glance. The magic ball in the pot also started to move. Consequently, they were turned into two tiny people. Then, the lady caught them by her hand and locked them in a bird cage. In order to get out, they had to run inside the cage to create a momentum, making the cage move. Eventually, the cage slipped off the hook, flying out of the window. After struggling, they were able to get out and get on the road. They saw his son on the opposite side of the road. Although they screamed, they could not be heard because a truck coming. They were depressed. A delivery man showed up in front of them. He hurriedly jumps into the courier bag. They thought they could get home with this delivery man. There was a skeleton coming out of a bag. It had curly hair. In the dark, she clung to the wire to climb on the working desk. It turns out that she is the second principal of this school, Mary. The old man in the picture is the first one. Now, she has an intention of revising herself by magic and taking back the school. The day after, when the new principal goes to her office, she figures out two former principals are fighting in the frame. Principal Mary is an evil woman. She easily defeats the old man and stands on him in just a second. The new principal is surprising but terrified. Mary sees her, giving her a devil smile. The new lady is then turned into a tiny lady. Mary forces the tiny lady to give her all the materials, but she refuses. She throws a large needle into Mary. Afterwards, she jumps into a wool basket to hide. Mary pulls the needle out, picks up a wool ball, and throws it away. The new principal cannot escape. She is finally tied up on the table. In this scene, the boy has found some little doll costumes. His parents are having lunch after putting on the clothes. A piece of fries is enough for their lunch. After the meal, he puts the helmet on their head for safety. He takes them to school to bring them back to normal size. He then pleads with the old man for restoring his parents' shapes. But the man has been beaten, he is not sober. And the magic ball has also disappeared. The boy searches all over the room, finding the new principal tied up in the drawer. She tells him that he will need the magic ball if he wants to do the transformation. The ball is stored in the warehouse upstairs. Mary gets in. She uses an iron bottle to lock the tiny principal. The parents are so afraid, they hide in the bag. Their son rapidly takes the bag and runs away. To solve the magical curse, he has to get help from his friends. He plans really carefully. He plans to do it in the day the inspectors come to assess the school. Mary stuffs the bottle to the parcel tube, moves the switch to get rid of the new principal. Meanwhile, the boy successfully uses the air drone to hang the rope on the roof. The boy wearing a hat will control it while his friends will look for the principal. Very quickly, they climb the roof. Anna is responsible for attracting attention. The boy gets in the room, hooks the rope to the guard's waist. He then gets the ball container and escapes. The guard wants to catch Jack, but Anna holds him tight by the rope on his waist. On the other side, two friends follow the tube and discover the tied principal. They switch down the controller. They want to save the principal, but unfortunately, they get Mary's attention. The boy releases his new principal. However, the old man in the picture faints again. In the moment he is begging the old principal to turn his parents back, the old man disappears. The sky turns dark and Mary suddenly turns up. She says that no one can turn them back to their original appearance. In the moment, the delivery man comes in, bringing the parents in a food container. Mary quickly steals the box. She puts her hand into the picture, but she never expects that she is sucked into it too. The room starts shaking, the magical ball starts moving too. Finding his parents inside the picture, the boy throws the ball into it. A yellow light covers the whole room. As a result, the first principal statue is now able to move. He uses a spell to lock Mary in the safety box. He also helps others to return to their original shape. If you liked this video, follow me. Leave your opinion in the comments below. Thank you and goodbye.